Good morning, Bulls, and welcome to Reading. My name is Mr. Cummins. Most students call me Mr. C, and I'm excited to welcome you to our reading department for this year. As a teacher, this is my 17th year teaching. All 17 years, in one way or another, have been involved and rotate around reading. It's absolutely a passion of mine. This is my second year at Parrish and my 10th year in Manatee County, and I'm very happy to have you with us.
Hello, my name is Mr. Small, and I would like to welcome you to Reading. I grew up in a small town in Pennsylvania, later moving to Ohio to further my education. I graduated from Kent State University in 2015 with a bachelor's in marketing and entrepreneurship. I also competed in wrestling at a collegiate level, qualifying for the national tournament for 3 years. This is my 5th year in education and my 4th year as a teacher. I have taught at a high school level for all 5 years while primarily teaching reading. I'm also the current head wrestling coach at Parrish Community and have been coaching the past 4 years.
Welcome back, Bulls. My name is Miss Boston, and I will be one of the reading teachers here at Parrish Community High School. I'm from a small city called Ocala, Florida, outside of Gainesville. Go Gators! I attended Florida Agriculture and Mechanical University in Tallahassee, Florida, and received my bachelor's degree in elementary education. I also received my master's degree in educational leadership from National Louis. I've been teaching for 7 years, and all 7 years have been in elementary, so this is my first year in high school.
Let's start by talking about what it is that we want you to know the most about reading. First, you are not in reading class because there's something wrong with you, nor because you are stupid. Your participation in reading is not because you are not smart or dumb, nor because you are incapable of working at a high academic level. To be honest, you're in reading class because you've not done well on a standardized test. What does the science say about reading? It tells us that each of our brains develop at different rates. In some cases, we have skills that others don't, and in other cases, we are developing skills that others have. In no way does the fact that you're in a reading class give any indication to your future success. It does not indicate that you cannot go to college, trade school, and it does not indicate that you should expect less of yourselves. In fact, with a positive mindset, we would say that you can far exceed others who are not currently in reading. What else does the science say? People who dislike or struggle with reading often have had an embarrassing experience with it. At some point, a parent, sibling, teacher, or peer has made us feel bad about our ability to read. The embarrassment of this situation or situations has scarred us, made us to feel bad about our abilities. This feeling is very strong and has pushed us away from an open-minded approach to learning. This idea about ourselves has hurt our ability to focus and accept the challenges that every student faces when learning to read. I know this personally because it happened for me. For years, I was way behind in reading, and by today's standards, I would never have graduated high school.
Whether we like it or not, reading is a fundamental skill that we need throughout our lifetimes. Unlike many subjects, it is a skill that's used daily. It is a skill that can be developed and accelerated. Our promise to you is that our class will be a safe place for us to improve our skills. We will celebrate struggle, failure, and hard work. Why? Because we know that this is what it will take for us to become great at anything that we do. This class will celebrate a great attitude and strong work ethic each day. This might sound strange, but we are hoping that most of you do not currently like to read and are counting on the fact that none of you want to be in our class. Why would we possibly say something like this? We have chosen to be reading teachers for a long time. The greatest successes that we have had with students almost always comes from students who hate reading the most. It is so much fun for me to go through the journey with you and ultimately find out that we can win at anything we set our minds to. Now let's talk about the actual class. We will use a variety of resources throughout the school year. Each and every one of these resources has a strong science behind them. I give you my word that with proper mindset, these resources will give us the results that we need. You have our promise to never waste your time. We will only give you the work that will move us towards the goal. If you're wondering what that goal is, I can tell you in one word: winning.
Showing up for class is probably the most important indicator of future success. With times being what they are, showing up or attending could be different for each of us, whether you're in class 5 days a week, on a hybrid schedule, or completely online doing the work. Working with determination, grit, and a great attitude is essential. One of the most important resources that we will use in class is an online platform called Reading Plus. Reading Plus was adopted by the district 3 years ago. Reading Plus emphasizes 3 of the categories that are super important to reading growth. The categories are vocabulary, fluency, and comprehension. Reading Plus incorporates each important reading standard in each lesson and is progressive. This means it gets tougher as you get better. One of the greatest aspects about Reading Plus is that each student starts at their independent reading level. Your independent reading level is determined by an initial assessment called Insight. You will take this assessment 3 times per school year. Science indicates that when you get 100 Reading Plus stories at 80% or higher, you are more likely to perform well on the FSA, ACT, or SAT. Passing one of these tests is our goal. A complete how-to guide with detailed instructions on how to navigate Reading Plus will be located in the Reading Plus folder in Schoology.
In addition to Reading Plus, resources that emphasize every category of sound reading will be used. These include vocabulary.com, Khan Academy, Nearpod, context clue activities, Reading Plus offline skills worksheets, Vocabulit, and Teengagement. In addition to these resources, we will teach you each about growth mindset. The idea of growth mindset centers on the idea that with work and dedication, we can grow our brain and excel. Growth mindset gives you the power to choose success. We will also teach you the latest and best testing strategies that are based in science. We will teach you how to turn the test against itself, and in a sense, legally cheat. Every aspect of our class will lead you to our ultimate goal, which is winning. We understand that you and your parents might have some preconceived notions about reading class. All that we ask is that you approach our class with an open mind and do your best to not accept anybody's ideas of your abilities, and instead realize that you can control and develop them into a sense of personal beliefs that will lead you into the future. We can't wait to get started. Go Bulls.